Hello, welcome to Math Lesson 76. We're going to get started with your measures. Now, this is not all of the measures we have learned. These are just some of the newer ones that we have learned so that you can get some more practice with those. So let's start with 1 week equals how many days? 7, very good. Whoops, lost a card. Pardon me for just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's try that again. 1 mile equals how many feet? Remember, this is a big one. (5,280 feet. 1 year equals how many days? Just a normal year. 365, yes. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 16, good. 1 year equals how many weeks? About 52, yes. 1 year equals how many months? 12, good. 1 leap year is how many days? 366, because we add 1 day. 1 meter is how many centimeters? 100. 1 mile is how many yards? Remember, it's a little less than how many feet because a yard is bigger than a foot, so we need less of them. 1,760, very good. And lastly, 1 dozen things is how many? 12, very good. Okay, excuse me. Today's lesson is about using 7 as a divisor. So that means that you're dividing things into groups of 7. Look at the red box at the top of page 151. You have several goldfish in a bowl there. So 21 goldfish are in the store. 7 goldfish are in each bowl. So I've divided 21 into groups of 7. So how many groups is that? How many bowls? There are 3. So 21 divided by 7 equals 3. If you don't know these already, the way you can learn them is to count backwards to it, or count to it. So if I say 21 divided by 7 equals, and you have no idea how much, count by 7s until you get to 21. So I would count 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 7 is 21. So I had 3 7s. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Let's look at number 1. It says fill in the missing dividends. Remember, for letter A, 0 divided by 7. Anything that when you divide 0 by any number, the answer is always 0. Very good. Letter B, 7 divided by 7 equals, well, remember our rule for that one. Whenever you divide anything by itself, the answer is always 1. Letter C, 14 divided by 7. Okay, let's count how many groups of 7 we need to get to 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. Oh, there we are, 2 groups of 7 to get to 14. Excuse me, there we go. Okay, there was a little message on the phone. All right, letter D, 21 divided by 7. You already know that one, we just talked about it, it's 3. And letter E, 28 divided by 7. Well, how many groups of 7 do we need to get to 28? 7 plus 7 more is 14, plus 7 more is 21, plus 7 more is 28. There we are, 4 7s. So finish the rest of that exercise just like that if you don't already know them. Then you need to memorize them. All right, number 2 says solve the story problems. Letter A, Aaron and Andrew collect seashells. Aaron, I didn't know you collected seashells. Aaron found 9 new shells while on vacation. Andrew found 3 times as many. How many did Andrew find? Remember? Okay, what's the story problem telling us? It tells us how many shells Aaron found. But we want to know how many shells Andrew found. It tells us he found 3 times as many. So that means I need to multiply. So I multiply in my workspace the 9 shells that Aaron found times 3 to find the number of shells that Andrew found. Okay, that is letter A. Make sure you put this work in the workspace for letter A. Letter B, Sarah has 5 cousins. Amy has 4 times as many. How many cousins does Amy have? So it tells us how many cousins Sarah has, which is 5. Amy has 4 times as many. So we need to multiply that 5 by 4 to know how many that Amy has. So 5 times 4 to know how many cousins. All right, so make sure you put that in your workspace for letter B. Exercise 3 says divide and check. Don't forget to add in your numerator when you check. Number 4 on the other side says follow the signs. Number 5 says solve and check the equations. We're going to do letter A together and letter B you have to do by yourself. All right, letter A, n plus 6 equals 7 times 6. So we start with what we know already. We can do 7 times 6 without changing anything. So it becomes n plus 6 equals 7 times 6 is 42. Now I want to get n by itself, so I have to do the opposite of what I'm doing to n right now. What's the opposite of adding 6 to n? To take away, to subtract 6. So minus 6. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So this leaves us with n equals 42 minus 6. Borrow. This becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. And we bring down our 3. So n equals 36, but we need to check it to make sure we are right. So we put n back in place of, or 36 in place of n, plus 6 equals 7 times 6. What's 36 plus 6? It's 42. And 7 times 6 is 42. My answers match, so it is correct. Do the same thing with letter B. Start with 2 times 3 and go from there. Number 6 says fill in the blank with greater than or less than. So letter A says inch and foot. Which one's bigger, the inch or the foot? Foot, right? So that means you need to write the bigger side pointing towards the foot. Oops, I wrote feet instead of foot. There we go. So the inch is less than the foot. And you need to do that with each one of those measures. Number 7, write the answers. So write the number that goes with the, that goes in there to fill in the measure. So it's basically you're just writing these. Brain booster. Natalie, Kylie, and Levi organized their school supplies. Natalie has 3 pencils. Kylie has 2 more than Natalie. Levi has 1 less than Kylie. How many pencils does each child have? Okay, so you need to look carefully at what it says. It says that Natalie has how many pencils? Well, our story problem tells us. It tells us that she has 3. Then we want to know how many Kylie has. Well, it says Kylie has 2 more than Natalie. So we need to take the ones that Natalie has, and add 2. to get the ones that Kylie has. Levi, it says, has one less than Kylie. So now we take the ones that Kylie has and we subtract one to get the ones that Levi has. Let me know if you need more help with that one, okay? That's it for today. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.